The night was mysteriously silent, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. The village of Erindale, nestled on the edge of the veiled forest, had always been a peaceful place. But tonight, something was different. The air was thick with tension, and the sky above seemed darker than usual, as if the stars themselves were hiding. In the heart of the village, a young adventurer named Ars sat hunched over a table in the dimly lit library. Scrolls and dusty tomes were scattered around him, each one whispering secrets of Almaria's forgotten past. Ars had spent years chasing these fragments of history, piecing together stories of a time when dragons roamed the skies and the world trembled under the rule of the Dragon Emperor. For centuries, the Emperor's name had been spoken only in hushed tones, a shadowy figure of legend. It was said he had wielded unimaginable power, power that could shape or destroy the world. But one day, he vanished, leaving behind only myths and relics of his reign. Ars' eyes scanned the faded map lying before him, its edges frayed and its ink almost illegible. This was no ordinary map. Its lines seemed to pulse faintly, as if alive. At its center was a symbol Ars had seen only once before, a dragon coiled around a burning sun.
Could this really be it?
Ars murmured to himself, his voice barely audible.
The map to the Emperor's tomb?
As if in response to his words, the room seemed to darken. A sudden chill swept through the air, and the faint hum of the map grew louder. Ars's hand trembled as he reached out to trace the glowing lines. The moment his fingers touched the parchment, the ground beneath him trembled violently. A deep, resonant sound, like the roar of a distant dragon, echoed through the night. Ars staggered to his feet, clutching the map as books and scrolls tumbled from the shelves. Outside, the storm began. The world reacts. The once quiet village was now alive with chaos. Wind howled through the streets, carrying with it strange whispers that no one could understand. The sky above glowed with ancient runes, their light cutting through the darkness. Villagers ran to their doors, their faces pale with fear. Ars burst out of the library, the map clutched tightly to his chest. His eyes scanned the skies, now alight with strange symbols. The forest beyond the village glowed faintly, as if something deep within it had awakened.
It's real. Dragon Emperor was coming back.
From the edge of the forest, a voice called out. A voice Ars recognized. It was the village elder, Grindal, a man whose knowledge of Almaria's history was unparalleled. Grindal approached, his staff glowing faintly with a protective charm.
Ars, what have you done?
I found it, Grindal. The Emperor's map, but it's incomplete.
The elder's eyes widened and his face grew pale.
Then we are out of time. You've broken the seal. His awakening has already begun.
The call to action. Grindal led Ars to the edge of the forest, where the glow of the symbols seemed brightest. There, he explained the truth about the map.
The Dragon Emperor's power was too great to destroy. So the ancient guardians sealed him away, deep within the earth. They shattered the map to his tomb, scattering its pieces across Almaria to ensure no one could awaken him. But now, the seal has been weakened.
Ars looked down at the map, his mind racing.
If we find the missing pieces, can we stop him?
Perhaps. But you must act quickly. Others will sense his awakening. Those who seek to wield his power for their own gain. And the Emperor himself will not remain dormant for long.
Then I have no choice. I'll find the missing pieces and stop him before it's too late.
You have a brave heart, child. But this path will test you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Be cautious and trust no one.
The first steps, with Grindal's blessing and the map in hand, Ars set out into the forest. The path was treacherous, overgrown with roots and brambles. The storm above raged on, and the whispers in the wind seemed to grow louder with each step. Suddenly, the ground trembled again, and Ars froze. From the shadows of the trees emerged a massive creature, a beast of stone and fire, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. It was a guardian beast, an ancient protector awakened by the Emperor's stirring. Ars drew his dagger, his heart pounding. The creature roared, shaking the forest. But before it could strike, a bolt of light shot through the air, striking the beast in the chest. Ars turned to see a figure step out of the shadows. A tall woman clad in robes, her staff glowing with magical energy.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
She called, a smirk on her face. Ars blinked in surprise.
Who are you?
Elandra, a scholar mage and your best chance at surviving this mess. Now, if you're done playing hero, we need to move. The Emperor's awakening has only just begun.
As Ars and Elandra ventured deeper into the forest, the glow of the symbols grew brighter. In the distance, the faint outline of ancient ruins came into view. But something was waiting for them, watching from the shadows. A figure cloaked in darkness stepped forward, their voice low and menacing.
You are too late. The Dragon Emperor's return cannot be stopped. Turn back now, or face your end.
Ars gripped his dagger tightly, his resolve unwavering.
We won't let the Emperor rise again.
Foolish child, you cannot fight destiny.